got any roommates left now? Or?
Nah, it's just me. The last one standing.
Well, obviously you knew Ashton was leaving, but then just also to see Andrew make his decision too on a personal level, what's that been like for you?
I mean, that's my brother forever, you know. Everybody's got to make decisions best for themselves, you know. To the public eye, it probably, you know, it's easy for them to, you know, look down on a player for making a decision like that, but at the end of the day, it's what's best for him, what's best for his family. You know, he's got to make decisions for himself. It's a grown man decision. You know, I have respect for him. I hope he goes out and does great things. I'm rooting for him. Hopefully we end up teammates again in the league or something.
There's two guys on defense you guys have lost. I mean, with Braxton too. What just, I know it's next man up, but how the rest of you guys kind of circling the wagons, I guess. I know some fans are worried, the floodgates are going to open, everyone's going to start leaving now. I mean, how do you kind of look at this defense, you know, with the guys you lost?
I mean, I feel like this is what makes things fun. You know, you get to put guys in different situations and ultimately allow dudes to grow, step up into roles that they've been dreaming of their entire lives, just like Braxton was, for example, Drew was. There's guys that are going to be stepping into their shoes who are excited to do that, and we're excited for them to be able to do that. You know, this is an opportunity that you get to see younger dudes really step into that mature level of, okay, this is a role that I know that I can do and that I'll thrive in, and then everybody else is supporting them. So it's a good experience at the end of the day.
With a lot of defensive back talent graduating this season, how motivating is that for you to work harder, take a bigger role this season?
Well, I mean, that's, like I said, what we dream of as kids. So things like this coming true it's things that, you know, you prayed for. This is just a blessing. And for me to be able to step up and take on that role and that task, it's something I'm going to take with great honor.
Where do you think you got better as the year went along? Like, where are you better now than you were if we were doing this interview last year?
I would say it comes down to confidence. My confidence increased tremendously going into the season. You know, you get those preseason butterflies and everything, but those will get out the way as you start making plays. So as I started making plays, I began to trust, you know, myself and trust what my coaches have been telling me the whole time I've been here. You know, I knew that I had the ability, and to be able to put it on display is what means the most.
So how has this spring been different for you, and now you've got that confidence on your back?
I mean, it's been a lot more fun. I can tell you that. Last year was a little bit more stressful. The stress is good. The stress is what, you know, makes a player who he is, and the opportunity to be able to go out here and grow, going through the ups and downs, is just it's what makes me who I am. So I like the struggle. The leadership aspect that I'm stepping into it's great, and you know, ultimately these are the things that are going to make me who I am in the future.
Do you see things better? I mean, everybody I talk to, the longer they play, they say they see things coming better.
Yeah.
What do you see now that you didn't see in the past?
I mean, I would say it's just much easier to see kind of what the offense wants to do, or just kind of not anticipate, but anticipate what's coming, you know, and then you kind of know the field situations, or you look at the sticks a little bit more. You don't really focus on your assignment of what you need to do because you know exactly what you need to do. It's more of taking the next step to know what the guy in front of you is going to do.
You mentioned the leadership aspect. Without Tubes and Rodney and Shea and those guys that were staples around here for 5-6 years, I mean, what in your room, who, you obviously have taken on a big role, but who else? I mean, what's that room like now without those guys?
Buck as well. He stepped up tremendously. He's one of the best competitors I've ever seen, played with, and for him to be able to step into this role is huge for him as well, and he takes it very well. He's a younger dude. I'm learning from him. I'm sure he's learning from me as well. He would say the same. And then it's just up to us. I mean, we're the only dudes who are playing that are still in the room right now. So showing the younger dudes and the transfers what it's like to, you know, really be a Bronco and to be a DB here, that's what we're working to do right now.
What's it like playing with him, and how do your guys' games kind of complement each other out there together?
I mean, we love playing with each other. Me and Buck, that's my boy, because we'll be able to communicate things that only we'll know, you know, on the field, just the way we talk, and we do a good job of keeping each other relaxed and in the moment, because like I was hitting on before, bad things are going to happen, and he does a great job of picking my head up. I do a great job of picking his head up. So just that relationship that we've been building through the last few years that he's been here, it's only getting stronger every single day, every time we practice, and we know that we have a bond that we can do things that are very, very special as long as we put our minds to it.
How's Banks done kind of filling into that safety role?
Banks done a great job. Banks is a real cool dude as well. You know, I smile when I talk about him just because he's a dog. You know, he's one of the dudes that you're gonna want on your team. And to have him out there on the field playing nickel, a different position, he's really, you know, taking it a lot better than what I was gonna think about it before, obviously. But now that he's hitting in that role, he's looking real comfortable.
Do you think, like, I mean, you guys did so much defensively with all those weird blitzes and stuff because how unique, you know, Tubes was in terms of people being able to play different spots. I mean, do you envision it being similar in terms of the pressures and things, or do you have to kind of adjust to the personnel? I mean, how, with those guys you lost in their versatility, like, how do you kind of look at the back seven there, what you guys have?
I mean, we like to think that there's no drop-off. That's what we've been kind of harping on since I've been here. The next man up, whoever that is going to be able to do the exact same thing as the guy before. That's what we like to go about it. So whoever is filling in that role is going to do a great job. You know, we have a lot of time to prepare for that. The season's, you know, a little ways away right now. So whoever's going to step up into that role is going to be able to thrive in it.
What do you envision in terms of, like, the scheme? Because I think everyone thought with, you know, Andrew and Marco, maybe there's going to be more stuff with both them out there this year. And then now once Andrew leaves, I know Jake's kind of going back and forth, but do you think it's going to be more of the same with what you guys did last year? Do you still, how do you kind of look at, is it too early, I guess, to tell? Or
I would say it's early to tell. I mean, the things that we were able to do last year, we're going to still be able to do that, no matter who we've lost. You know, like I said, we're gaining people as well, so people are stepping up into the role to be able to do that, and we're 100% confident in that. So I don't think it's going to be a huge change of anything. It comes down to confidence, and we're going to instill that confidence in the people to be able to step up.
just what is this opportunity for you like this year? I mean, obviously you had a huge role last year too, played a ton, you know, started, but I mean, just to now be one of the guys on this defense back there, I mean, just with your aspirations, I'm sure, about a future in this game and all that, I mean, you get a real opportunity this year to kind of really be one of the guys. How exciting is that?
It's really exciting. It's a blessing just to be able to say that I will be able to do those things. Is something that I'll look back years and years ago and really want to do. And now that I'm doing it, it's sometimes, you know, you wake up sometimes and it kind of feels surreal that we're really doing this thing. And that's what a lot of us know, that the fans know that, like, when we're out there, we're living out our dream right now. So the more people kind of understand that, I feel like they'll understand where we're coming from whenever we make the decisions that we make and the things that we do. Because like I said, it comes down to just being a blessing to be out here, and God's given us all these talents and gifts to be able to do the things that we love to do. And now that I get to do it for another year and potentially more time on top of that, I'm going to take advantage of every opportunity.
Just with the opportunity and the goals you have for the future, was there anything last year that really stands out or stuck with you, just with, you know, going 12-2, Fiesta Bowl, everything? Was there anything in all of that that you kind of held on to?
Just the experience and the journey. Every single day with those guys from when the year began, we knew what we were going to do in the season. We spoke it into existence. We worked for it. Everything that we've done was leading up into that point. Everybody made sacrifices that we know that we needed to do. So I'll take away the sacrifice part. Everyone really stepped up into that role. You know, we had Ashton Genty, that was a great leader with us, to be able to say, okay, guys, if we're going to be all in with it and we know the goals that we have and the things that we can achieve, if we put everything that we can into it, it's going to be special. And it was that. The season didn't end how we wanted to, obviously, but, you know, the guys in the locker room after the year is like, man, we made it so far. We came so far. You can't look down on that. You know, we had a great season. This is, people dream to go to college, Division I, you know, football and win, and we were doing that. So we take it as a blessing as well.
You were just talking to Amar now. I mean, to get him back unexpectedly that late, you know, thinking you're done with him, and all of a sudden you get a guy like that back for another year. What's that do for the defense? I mean,
that was another huge thing that everybody was really excited about, because he's a real big with energy guy. So having him out there with you, it just boosts your confidence just being around him. And he's got a real good knowledge for the game, so he is able to help the younger dudes, help all the other DBs grow into the role that they're growing into. So having that addition, that, you know, that senior player with experience, that helps the defense a lot.
It looked like Cam Bates had another big day today for the wide receiver group. I don't know how much you've had a chance to go up against him, if at all, you know, but just in terms of being on the other side of the field, a young guy like that's getting his opportunity. What stood out to you about Cam Bates?
he's got a whole lot of talent, and you know, the sky's the limit for him. And he comes in with a will to work every single day. He's got a smile on his face every single day. Cam's the same, which is hard to do, especially he's at a young age. A lot of guys are focused on different things at the age, but he comes in knowing that he has, you know, the opportunity to play a big role, and he's gonna play that big role just because he keeps his head down and he works. And you know, he's real humble. He's not gonna come up here and talk about himself too much, but he's a guy that everyone will be able to brag on, and he's going to bring a lot of attention to, you know, Bronco Nation this year. I can guarantee it.
What about on the field? Does he like to talk a lot to the DBs and stuff, or?
Like I said, he's a quieter, you know, nice dude, but he is coming out of his shell. You know, that trash talk is coming out a little bit. I've noticed it. I got to check him about that. But he deserves. I mean, he's out there making plays. He's a real fast dude. So those dudes who are able to make explosive plays, those are what we need. So keep him around for sure.